See that working on your end?
Alrighty.
Thank you so much. See that working on your end?
Alrighty, we're live.
Awesome. Now we just need Conrad. Okay, good evening, everyone. I am showing 7 o'clock. And thank you for joining us for the Frostburg Planning Commission, 7 p.m. Wednesday, April 14th. Chair Best, if you're ready, please feel free to call the meeting to order.
It is now 7 p.m. I hereby call the April 14th meeting of the Frostburg Planning Commission to order. We will start our meeting with a roll call of members present. Commissioner Bennett, would you call the roll?
I'd be happy to. Thank you. Commissioner Krogh?
Present.
Commissioner Rase?
Present.
Commissioner Duncan?
Present.
Commissioner Snyder?
Present.
Commissioner Carter?
Present.
Let the record show that Commissioner Ritchey has advised he will not be present this evening. And Chair Best?
Present.
Thank you. We do have a quorum and we are able to move forward and conduct business.
Okay. Director Bennett, excuse my error earlier when I called you a commissioner.
No worries.
Okay. As we begin, I would ask that anyone presenting business before the commission or individuals who want to comment on business before the commission or other concerns, please come forward at the appropriate time and state your name, address for the record. Each meeting is recorded, so please speak loudly and clearly. Okay. First item on our agenda is the minutes from the March meeting.
Chairman Best, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I have a motion to approve the minutes as presented. Do I have a second?
I'll make a second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Director Bennett, would you call the roll, please?
Yes, sir, with pleasure. Commissioner Krogh?
I accept.
Commissioner Rase,
I'll accept them.
Commissioner Duncan,
Approve.
Commissioner Snyder,
I accept.
Commissioner Carter,
I accept them.
and Chair Best.
Approved.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on then to citizens' comments. Director Bennett, did any citizens present any documents for us to consider?
No, Chair Best, I have received no notification from any citizen regarding any item on this agenda this evening.
Okay, fine, thank you. Then we'll move on to the first item on our agenda, the dividing of 75 South Grant Street. This item was here on November the 18th and received preliminary approval. And we're here tonight for final approval. Is that correct, Director Bennett?
Yes, sir, that is correct. And we have a representative from the subdivision here with us this evening to answer any questions or speak with you as you deem necessary.
Director Bennett, were there any, I don't recall that there were any questions left over from when I read the minutes of the preliminary. Has anything changed, Mr. Ravenscroft?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
No, sir, there have been no further amendments or additions to this plat. It is as you have viewed it in the past and when you granted preliminary approval. There have been no changes.
I see on the agenda, there's something there about the issuance of a water connection permit. Could you expand on that, someone, please?
Yes, Chair Best, I'd be happy to. Our subdivision and land development regulations require that water connection permits be issued to each new parcel that is created when we are in the process of approving a subdivision. So before the plat is recorded at the Circuit Courthouse in Maryland Land Records, water tap permits must be issued. And so those have been drafted and approved by the Department of Public Works. And the new parcel owners have been advised of those permits and they're ready to move forward once we have final approval.
Thank you, Director Bennett.
My pleasure.
Any of the commissioners have any questions at this point on this subdivision? Hearing none, the chair would entertain I'm sorry, did someone speak up?
Not that I heard, Chair Best,
I thought
but
heard
I
something.
would like to advise that Mr. Bennett, who drew up this plat, has just joined the meeting. He's probably still in the process of logging on. I did ask him to unmute just in case there was anything he wanted to add.
I ask again, do any commissioners have any questions on this subdivision? Hearing none, the chair would entertain a motion for final approval on this subdivision.
I'll make a motion to approve the subdivision as presented.
Thank you, Mr. Snyder. Is there a
I'll
second?
second.
Thank you, Mr. Rase. I have a motion to approve the subdivision and a second. Any discussion by any of the commissioners? Hearing none, Director Bennett, would you call the roll?
With pleasure. Commissioner Krogh,
I would approve.
Commissioner Rase,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Approve.
Commissioner Snyder,
Aye.
Commissioner Carter,
Aye.
and Chair Best.
Aye.
Thanks very much. Let the record show that's a unanimous final approval for the subdivision plat for 75 South Grant Street.
All right.
Thank you very much for joining us this evening, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Chair, thanks you for joining us, Mr. Bennett and Mr. Ravenscroft. You're welcome to hang on and watch what goes on, or you may leave at this time at your will.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Director Bennett, do we have any discussion? I know we were going to talk about Village Parkway. Anything else?
No, Chair, not at this time.
Okay, then let's move on to the Village Parkway improvements update then.
Okay, I have a rather brief update for you this evening, but you may recall back in June of 2020, and this was at a time when we were very much in close down mode due to the pandemic, there was a virtual meeting to gauge interest in an East End pedestrian and cycling connection project. And specifically, we're talking about the area where we have the triangle where Route 36 meets Main Street, Route 40, and there's the spur that takes you near the high school and toward the Sheets and the plaza in that area. It's been, noticed and documented that it's a difficult intersection for pedestrians and cyclists to navigate. So there was a study conducted and a preliminary plan put in place. And last week there was a meeting with all the stakeholders to discuss the plan, offer comments, and perhaps look at other ways to develop this East End pedestrian and cycling connector. And one of the ideas is to bring a pedestrian and cycling lane south from that intersection toward the intersection of Village Parkway, Bishop Murphy Drive, and Route 36. And at that point, there would be a crossover leading out to Hoffman Park. It would also provide connection to Rite Aid and some of the business areas and restaurant areas further south from that intersection. This is all very much preliminary and in the study phase, but it's something that we would hope to bring to the fore in the future. So during that meeting, there was a lot of discussion about Village Parkway, and I had the opportunity to discuss how we are currently under construction in several different locations in the industrial park, and that we expect truck traffic to significantly increase in the relatively near future as these projects progress. And so that led to a side meeting being created. And I just wanted to let you know that I have a meeting set up with representatives from Allegheny County Department of Public Works, specifically to enhance this discussion and start to move it forward into some sort of preliminary plan. That's going to take place next Thursday. I should have another update for you in our next meeting, and we'll keep working to improve and develop Village Parkway so it can handle that level of truck traffic.
All right, fine. Any of the commissioners have any questions, comments?
This is Karen. I was just wondering if those preliminary plans are available for viewing.
At this time, not yet, Karen, and I'm so sorry. I think it's because they're so preliminary. And at the phase where we were looking at them, it was to provide comments and discuss the comments and then perhaps go back to the drawing board somewhat to make everything fit for everyone. There were a lot of suggestions and a lot of not necessarily differences of opinion, but different ideas. And so it's very much in the preliminary development stages and nothing's available for the public yet.
Okay.
All right. Any other business to come before the commission tonight?
Not that I have for you, no, sir.
Okay. Chair would entertain a motion for adjournment.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Okay,
I would second it.
been moved and seconded, and we adjourn. I mean, I think we'll just take it on my own and we will adjourn. Thank you all for attending.
Thank you all very much. We may have set a record for the shortest planning commission meeting ever this evening.
Yes.
But we thank you, Mr. Ravenscraft and Mr. Bennett, for joining us this evening, and we'll be in touch regarding your subdivision plat and water connection permits.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thanks so much.
You too.
Good night.
There.
Thanks, everyone. That was short and sweet.